So despite the fact that I watched Venom 1 when it came out and hated it, I watched Venom 2 the other day. I torrented it and I thought, let's see what it's like. Can't be any worse than the first one. And even though I'd seen a lot of like negative reviews and stuff for the film, and then watched it last night and I actually enjoyed it. So I'm just going to do a little rant on what I thought of the film and yeah, just sort of comparing it to the first one. So yeah, this one is definitely kind of more of a comedy, I guess you'd say. I know the first one kind of was a little bit like there was some comedy elements, but the first one definitely felt like it was a early 2000s superhero film. Take that as you will. I think it was in a negative way. This one still kind of was, but they kind of had more fun with the film. I really liked Tom Hardy and Venom, their interplay with each other, especially considering the fact that I think Tom Hardy does the voice of Venom, so it's pretty much just Tom Hardy versus Tom Hardy. I thought the comedy was actually it was so dumb that it was funny. And I don't mean like Marvel dumb, I'm not a huge fan of the Marvel comedy. This was kind of like its own thing, and it was really, example being the two chickens in the film called Sonny and Cher that just came out of nowhere and kind of surprised me and made me laugh. There was a lot of like, I've heard people say the film was kind of like a buddy cop film, and it kind of. But also at the same time, the film was so short. I think it was like an hour and a half, or it felt like an hour and a half. It just flew by so quickly. There was no filler. They weren't trying to make the film into anything else than a film about Venom, aka like just kind of stupid. It's a dude with like an alien inside of him, and he wants to eat brains. That's the direction they've taken with it. I know you could go serious with it, and the comics do go serious, but for what it was, knowing that it was going to be like this, it kind of made it more enjoyable. Like I remember seeing that in the trailers, it showed him when Venom's in a nightclub and he's got glow sticks on him. As if you're going by the comics, you're like, that is just blasphemy. Like, what is this? But I don't know, if you just sort of pretend like it's just a stupid movie, it's kind of funny. It actually was kind of a cool scene. I kind of actually really liked Venom in this film. I like Tom Hardy in it. I feel like I kind of wanted to see more of them in the film, because the film's so short. There's only so much time to spend with each character. Thought the CGI looked great. Venom is the design of Venom is so good. Carnage as well. His design was really good. I kind of would have preferred him smaller. Like in the comics, he's small and stuff. But I guess what they were going for kind of made sense. But the design was cool. So, mad props. But yeah, I don't know. What else? Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson was fine. He was playing him. I guess he's just playing Woody Harrelson. The character wasn't deep. There was nothing complex about him. His girlfriend, the same. They're just sort of evil. No real nuance to them. Kind of old school comic book films in that regard, or just like old school movies in general. I don't want to say I was disappointed because I literally had zero expectations for this film. I wished the film was longer so we got more time with the characters. That is not to say that what was there was bad. It was just I kind of wanted more. But for what it was good. The action was actually really surprisingly good. There was no real quick cuts. You could see everything that was going on. Venom and Carnage both had good silhouettes, so you could see the action. I think in the first one, it turned into like this weird like blob versus blob grey monster mash thing. You couldn't really tell who was who. They fixed it in this one. I don't know. It was. I would equate it to when I first saw Green Lantern. That film, people panned it, and I just think when I went and saw it, I enjoyed it. And I don't think it's a great film, but it's probably my favourite Ryan Reynolds film, to be honest, Green Lantern. I hate Ryan Reynolds. I think he plays the same character all the time, and I don't particularly like that character. But, Anyway, I digress. Venom. So, yeah, the plot, they didn't do anything crazy with the plot. There was nothing real deep and meaningful. It was just kind of just dumb dumb stuff. I think Michelle Williams, I think her name is, she was in the film. Obviously, she was in the first one. Didn't need to be in this one. Wasn't bad in it. She was fine. There was sort of like some weird jokes with her fiance, which were actually kind of funny. Sort of like, I don't know, maybe my expectations were just so through the floor that anything was going to be better than that. But I don't know, I kind of want to see a third one now. I wasn't expecting that. Even the end credits scene, like I was like, oh yeah, cool, Spider-Man, like, that's cool. Spoiler alert, sorry. But yeah, I don't know, I kind of like the Venom, where they're going with Venom. I think you could do a lot more with him. I know Morbius is coming out, which I don't really have any interest in. However, after seeing this, I might actually see it, because I don't mind Jared Leto. I think he's a pretty good actor. The film may be good. I don't know. I wasn't really looking forward to it, but if they can tie it in with Venom, maybe that could be cool. Maybe it could be awful. But yeah, I definitely would say if you didn't like the first Venom, you may like this. If you didn't like the first Venom, you also may hate this more. Especially if you're a massive fan of Carnage, you might be pissed off the way they treat him. He is, in a way, wasted. Although at the same time, I suppose Spider-Man's not in this, so you can't have that. I can't remember what the comic book series is with Spider-Man and Venom having to team up to take down Carnage. But anyway, my point is, if they don't have Spider-Man, and you can't really do that storyline justice, and I think they may have realised that and just didn't even try. It was kind of a little bit fan servicey in that regard. I also did laugh that Venom keeps going on talking about being a lethal protector, which I think was a run of the comics. He was called the Lethal Protector or something like that. To be honest, my only real knowledge of Venom is seeing pictures of him, artwork of Venom. Todd McFarlane, obviously, a massive influence on that character. I think he partly designed it or whatever. I think that's why Venom looks so cool. But anyway, and also just like playing video games and just like the animated series, that was sort of my Venom fix, I guess, growing up. So I don't really have like a massive knowledge on Venom. I just know that he's generally more serious, and this is obviously a comedy route. Kind of repeating myself here, but yeah, I'd honestly give the film probably a solid 6.5, 7 out of 10. Like, it's not bad, and this sounds terrible, but I actually preferred it to June. I know June in every way imaginable is a better film, but I honestly preferred watching this. It was quick. It was a pleasant surprise, I'll be honest. And I know it's technically not a Marvel film, but it was better than Black Widow. Anyway. Check it out. Thanks for listening to my rant. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment below. Tell me what you thought. Did you like Venom? Did you think my opinion is shit? And I'll comment below as well. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.